I'm going to be featuring the 3 single best secrets I can possibly give you to duping palettes using singles in your collection. So if you want to learn how to best dupe some shadows, then stay tuned. Hi, I'm Kendra Morgan Official, and I like to put our content weekly centered around single eyeshadows, makeup brushes that aren't Morphe, and sunscreen. So if you like that kind of content, please be sure to subscribe down below. And let's get started. Okay, so I talk about 3 secrets to duping color stories in the makeup industry. So the first secret that I use to dupe shadows is duping exactly the standout shades. So most palettes have some standout shades in their collection or in their palette that speak to you and that grab your attention. Make sure to dupe those to the best of your ability, shade for shade, saturation as close as possible, undertone, dimension of shimmer if that's one of the standout shades, and so on and so forth. So be sure to dupe those standout shades as close and as accurately as possible to give you the feel of the palette that you want to purchase. Number 2, undertone matters. So when I dupe matte shadows, I oftentimes try to find and match the undertone before I ever try to match the saturation level. Sometimes you'd be surprised how dark a shadow can be but still has the same undertone as a shade in the palette that I'm trying to dupe, and you wouldn't be able to really tell the difference. They don't seem to look that different. When you dupe undertone first when talking about mattes, you oftentimes can squint a lot on some of the other factors like saturation, tone, and other things. So be sure to pay attention to the undertone because they matter in mattes. Okay, and finally, I want to present to you guys the third secret to how I successfully dupe so many eyeshadow palettes, and that is to be sure and look at the whole picture. Don't just focus on the shadow. So oftentimes when I'm duping a palette, I might choose to first dupe the standout shades, and then once I've done that, I just kind of fill in those gaps. But I make sure that I take a step back and look at the entire story, and does my dupe story speak within itself? So do the shadows within themselves work? If this is a story that contains a lot of warm shadows but the standout shades are cool toned, then that may not be exactly what I'm trying to speak to, and it might be better to choose similar shadows that are of the same undertone as those shimmers that are standout shades. So I hope this was helpful and effective in choosing your next singles to dupe the vibes of your next big palette. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Leave a comment down below on your secrets to duping the vibes of palettes. If you've got any, share them down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye.